Yeah. So, you want to know something about this art piece?
Yes, please.
All right. Yeah. So prior to COVID-19, been going through actually quite a lot. So I just wondered, like, okay, what is this? Like, how can I help myself out of this? So basically, it's connected to that line of the scripture that, oh, what a wretched man that I am. What I want to do, I'm not able to do. But then the things I don't want to do, those I haste to do them. Save me.
Welcome to Maisha Nordics. Today we are in Vanta, and specifically Corso. Corso is a suburb in Vanta, and as you can see behind us is a river and actually a waterfall that probably we'll show you later. But most importantly, I'm here with a good friend, a man of many talents, a gentleman, family man, all that wrapped in one, man. Ogambachi.
Jendi sir.
Oliotia.
Jendi. Obuze. Long time.
Kwani. Nze Jarvis. That is. I used to speak better when we were talking on and off, but now because you decided to get lost in this part of Usima, my Luganda is also going down, man.
Oh, come on. Man, those are very basic words.
Yeah, but I like it. It's a very romantic language, very smooth. It's like when you have to say Karenyabo. I think even the person who don't understand the language is like,
That's a nice one.
No, it's a wonderful language. It's a wonderful. I mean, listening.
I'm more than really flattered.
Even when I listen to the music, it's very soothing. It's a very soothing language.
Hey, tell me, do you have one of your favorites from Uganda? Yeah, any Luganda musician that is your favorite that you know?
Well, before I get too political, I'll say JBS Eugene because he's here, and I don't know why JBS Eugene stopped singing. Because there was the one song. It was a really nice one. Yeah, and I don't know why he stopped. I don't know why he stopped. JBS Eugene, if you're listening, man, get back on the saddle,
Yeah.
Get back on the saddle. You are doing a good job, Is it family? Is it something else? Please talk to us, man. We need to hear more of your music. But onwards to you, man.
Yes.
So nice to see you. Jarvis is here. Jarvis is in Uganda. Jarvis has gone back to Uganda forever. Jarvis is back to Finland.
Yes.
Banange.
Yeah.
Tell me,
stories and stories.
We met in 2010.
Yeah, around that time. And
I was just starting to work in Helsinki. My address was still in Salem.
Yes.
So you housed me, and then fast forward in 2014.
Yeah.
I think around that time.
Yes.
I housed you.
Yeah, sure.
Yes. So we are so much interconnected.
Yes.
Man, tell me, man. I mean, what has happened? What's been happening in your life?
So, well, actually, 2010 we met.
Yes, because when we part ways, you had gone to Uganda. And then when you came back, it was this new Jarvis. Something changed.
Yeah.
Talk to us, man. Talk to our
Yes.
people. What happened?
Yes. So, basically after my school,
Yeah.
well, actually as
Well, first of all,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. You have to introduce yourself.
Sure.
And say how long you've lived in Finland. That is the opening line that we always have.
all right, okay. I'm sorry viewers out there. So my name is Jarvis Musunda. I'm from Uganda. Currently I live in Vanta. And
You've been in Finland for how long?
yeah, so I've lived in Finland for this is my 14th year running. Yes.
Okay. Now let's get back.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So you went to Uganda.
Yeah.
I think that's when you had this business going on and you shipped out.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I went to Uganda first of all around 2011.
Yeah.
And prior to going back, I was in touch with a friend of mine back home in Uganda.
Yeah.
So he was telling me, that things are really well, like, things that if you have, like, what it takes, basically capital.
Yeah.
That's what actually he was
Yeah.
telling me about, that, you can actually set it up. And, I was truly convinced. Like, I bought in, like, into his idea, and I decided I was going to give it a try. So, collected whatever I could from here, and then decided to go back home. And so, that was 2011, and the holiday was about 4.5 months.
Okay.
Boy, a lot happened in the 4.5 months.
Yes.
So, just want to remind you that it was at that time that I was expecting my son.
Yes.
So,
What state of mind were you in? Leaving Finland and the mother to your son was pregnant at that time.
yeah.
And you went to Uganda.
Yes.
For 4.5 months.
Yeah.
What happened?
So for 4.5 months, basically, I was just trying to establish myself, back there.
Yeah.
But the backbone of all this, goes way back in 2009.
Yeah.
There was that incident that happened to me in one of the pubs.
Yes.
In Helsinki, particularly Poyos Haga.
Yes.
So I was there with my ex. And then, I was just pounced on, man, by 4 huge towering guys,
Yeah.
So they came crashing down on me, and so the whole matter to be resolved took about 2.5 years.
And by pouncing on you, you mean that they physically manhandled you?
Yeah, exactly
Yeah.
that. So
these are four Finnish men.
Yes. So, that experience itself, like, was really, really, really traumatic to me, because I had never in my life expected that anything like that would ever happen to me. What I just want to remind you is that, when I was coming to Finland, like, I had these big dreams,
Like we all
the
do.
big hopes
Like
and
we
all
all
that,
do. Yeah.
And I remember just in front of my relatives, I remember my uncle. So he was just seated next to me. Yeah, so when I go to Finland, I'm not gonna come back, I'm just gonna have it all there, like, it's all bread and butter, and
Yes.
And so my uncle silently, looks at me, from a corner. No, just because he was just sitting next to me. So
Yeah.
he's just like staring at me, with that, like he's telling me something, but
Yes.
silently.
Pensive look.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah. So, but anyway, little did I know that, basically it was all gonna be a whole, different story. But anyway, fast forward to that incident.
But let before you go forward, because I remember this incident vaguely.
Yes.
I see that you're freezing. Do you need your jacket?
Exactly.
I'll get you your jacket. Right. So from the incident, I remember that the police got in and the matter was taken to the courts of law. But you had to wait for 2.5 years for a hearing or for a ruling.
For a hearing.
For a hearing?
Yeah, not a ruling.
Okay.
It was a hearing because the ruling comes after.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you ever get a ruling?
Yeah.
What was the ruling?
Positive.
What do you mean by positive?
Well, basically, yeah, the guys were convicted and they got to serve their sentences. Like, of course, I won't go deeper into
Yes.
you know what kind of sentences they were given, but of course they were convicted.
Yes.
And yeah.
Did you get a compensation?
Yes, I got compensated about 2,300 or 2,500
euros.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm sorry about this incident. I remember it. I have to say that I didn't know because you talked about it. There was a lot that was going on.
Yeah.
I have to say that I didn't know that it was this traumatizing, that it made you want to move back to Uganda permanently.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't know that. I didn't know that that was the reason.
Well, a lot. Like
of course I didn't know that this was a big factor.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It was. Like but of course I've transcended over that.
Yeah.
But of course I still have my own
Fear.
concerns in a
Yes.
way. I don't want to call them fears, but concerns in a way. So yeah. And anyway, home is home, man.
Home is home, bro.
Home is home, man.
Home is home.
Come
I mean, you know,
on,
we live here. We are a minority. We meet all kinds of people with all kinds of different thoughts about who an immigrant here is doing in this country or why they're here. And that is why we need to tell these things. We need to bring them out and we need to make people aware
Yeah.
that these things happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what you can do about it.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So you went to Uganda?
Yes. So I went to Uganda anyways, and I had my capital, like, you know, just like the friend of mine had advised, because you need some money to do this and that. So I carried, you know, whatever I could down there. And got into, you know, so he basically linked me to the guys that he knew.
Yeah.
Boy, it didn't go well.
Right.
It didn't go well. It didn't go well. So I was fleeced. I would say I was fleeced, and basically it didn't go as I expected.
So what kind of business were you getting into?
I was into basically the produce.
Agriculture.
Yeah, agriculture. So
Yeah.
I was buying and selling corn,
Right.
maize. you
Yes.
could say. Or you could sell maize flour.
Yeah.
We call it posho. Beans. Groundnuts.
Basically grains.
Yeah, grains.
Yeah.
So I was into that.
Yeah.
I was into that, and it has its, or you know, it has its own drama. Too much of it. So he is a guy from Finland, green about the market, like how it operates. You know.
All he has is money. We're going for the money.
Yeah. So learned my lessons. It was really like I would say a big experience in, you know, for me in a way. Lost a lot of money, a lot of time, and remember, I had to resign from my job.
I remember that.
Yeah, so I had to resign from my job just to go and do that. But then it didn't work out. So 4.5 months after, so I fly back to Finland. And a couple of months after, that's when I get my son, Noah.
I remember those periods.
Yes.
Quite challenging.
Very.
Let's talk about those periods.
Sure.
I remember you, if I remember correctly, I remember you probably drinking quite a bit.
Yes.
Because obviously you are dealing with all these things. I mean, let's talk about, you know, the assault, going to Uganda, losing all your savings into this these con artists who fleeced you of everything, and coming back and there you have a baby, you have to be a father. What was your state of mind at this time?
Oh boy. That was a tough one. That was a tough one for me. Because remember, because I also have daughters back home.
You have daughters in Uganda,
yeah,
yes.
so I have a family back home, and so I was in a very tricky situation because I needed to provide for my family. But luckily enough, God has always been very faithful, and He has indeed been faithful to me. Because I remember that time making some artwork for a client. It was a very huge painting that I made.
I remember the painting.
No, leave alone the first one.
No?
There was another one that I made.
Really?
Yeah, there was another one that I made, and so she really, paid me some good money for it.
Okay.
And so that pushed me forward. But at the same time, you have the system here, whereby if I would say it's one of the best welfare systems that we have around in the world.
Yes.
Because when you're really crushed and you're down and you have nothing.
Yes, there is a safety net.
Yeah. Basically, yeah. So you have someone, holding your back in a way. So the system helped me for a while, but still, I wasn't done with Uganda.
No. I remember you in that, and my reservations with it, and I mean, as you said, the Lord has His plans, because my reservations was like, what? He's going back?
Yeah. I wasn't done.
Because I remember your state of mind, and I remember that during that time you also started drinking quite a bit.
Yeah.
If not a lot.
Yeah.
And then of course you were working again a lot to try to save some money and then go and do this thing again. Or actually, I don't know what else. Actually,
because I think that before we met the second time, or maybe the third time, I've been to Uganda twice.
Right.
So there's a lot in between there.
Right.
There's a lot in between there.
Okay. Anyway, you go back to Uganda again.
So basically, okay. So now my son is on the way. Yeah. Okay, no, my son is already here. Yeah. So I was unemployed at the moment.
Yeah.
But of course, like I told you that. I was basically doing my art on the side, doing a few gigs here and there, friends giving me portraits to do and all that. So I was just doing that.
Me being one of them.
Yeah, sure. But I think that was way much later.
Not really. No. It was after you came back. It was after you came back the second time and you're already living with your son on the other side. You remember?
Yeah.
And you did the portrait of my daughter.
Yeah. So so I was drinking a lot and smoking a lot, and of course I still struggle. I still have my struggles as a person, and
thank you so much for being honest about that.
No, because it's all about the truth, man.
Yes.
So he says, unless you speak the truth, then you cannot be saved. So.
Amen.
You always have to be, you always have to confess who you are.
Yeah.
You confess your brokenness.
Yes.
And so I have learned this along the way, that you need to be broken in order to, get up and move again. So with all that that happened when I went back home and saw what I saw, of course, it really shattered my heart, because these were my savings and I have to provide for my family and all that, the frustrations building up and all that. But still, there was a lot to learn.
Yeah.
There was a lot of forgiving to do.
Yes.
Not just on the other person, but on my side too. And of course, I have a testimony to give later on. Yeah. So, because I stepped on some people's toes in the process, and many other people also did step on my toes. So what happened was that there was this lady here.
Yes.
And of course I also had another lady back home. So basically that's the very matter that brought me, that began to kind of like pull off the scales to see where I was really heading.
Start peeling the mask.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly. So basically, I was here and then I was there. I wasn't family grounded. And there was a lot of lies from my side. I admit. So, and I saw how it impacted these people in my life.
Right.
I saw how it impacted the mother of my son, and I saw how it impacted the mother of
your daughters.
Of my daughters. So, and in a way, this also revealed to me the reality of the beast in a man.
Yes.
Come on, let's just, spit it out.
We all have our beasts that we are trying to murder. We are trying to kill our beasts.
Exactly.
Yes.
You do something and then you wonder, really? Am I really capable of doing this? But many times it's not so easy to, always confess that truth to ourselves. We always try to, push the rocks behind. But anyway.
I know that one of the, having known you for this while, I know that one of the outlets or one of the ways that you tame your beasts is by art.
Yeah, man.
And you what did I tell you the first time when I saw your art? I said that, what the hell are you doing in Finland? That was the first thing I asked you. And because you remember when we used to go and sing karaoke as well.
Yeah.
And I was looking at you during those days, and you are so, the vibrantness, the raw talent and the skill that was flowing through you at that point. And at the same time, the struggles that you were having. And, the crossroads. And talk to me about how art has helped you.
Yeah, okay. So fast forward, just to pick up from the other story.
Yeah.
So, going to Uganda the first time, the second time, third time, and but the third time was different.
Yes.
So the third time was when I was like, okay, you know what? I think this, whole produce, thing is not for me.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, I'm gonna start sketching out, things that I know how to do.
Yes.
So started designing a few furniture, pieces, and with an artistic eye.
Yes.
So started designing those, and I remember I went back home and designed. There was a small boutique that I did.
Yes.
Yeah, I have some of those pictures on my Facebook, and then there was also a kitchen that a kitchen that I installed in one of the districts of Uganda. That's Mbale. So basically, that gave me, it opened my eyes that someone back home can truly believe in my
talent.
Yeah, can believe in this gift that I have, and that they think I'm the best person to do the job. I'm not saying I'm the best, but of course.
To me, you're up there, man. I gotta tell you, man.
That's so.
I've seen a lot of art. You're up there.
I'm flattered. I'm humbled, but thank you.
So, as we conclude, Jarvis, what is the one thing within all this chaos? What are the things that have held your head above the water?
Hope in God, hope in His mercies, basically hope in His mercies. Because somewhere the psalmist writes that the eye of the Lord is upon those who hope in His mercies. So basically, after having gone through all that, whatever I'd done to those several people, and it took the grace of God basically to give me a second chance to see, how wretched, how
broken.
I would say how empty I am with all this, because it wasn't taking me anywhere.
Yeah.
So basically I decided to turn around and believe that there has to be someone who cares, there has to be someone who loves, there has to be someone who forgives, and the same person who is able to, you know, open my eyes to see what I've been doing, you know, that's not really polite or kind to the other person. It's the same God who's able to lift me up and use me,
Amen.
you know, for greater things that I can even imagine or
Amen.
think about. Yeah.
Amen.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So hope, and having faith in God.
And the journey continues.
And the journey continues. Of course, I'm not saying I'm there yet.
Yes.
I'm still struggling.
Yes.
I'm still struggling because I still have so many weak areas of my life that need to be addressed. And I know it's a journey. I may be a walk in some areas of my life where there was so much darkness. I also acknowledge that there are areas in my life where darkness still is, but I trust in Him.
You trust in
to
Him.
shine His light upon those dark spots of my life.
Amen.
Yes.
Amen.
Yeah.
What a powerful message.
Yeah, man.
What a powerful message.
Yeah, man.
Oh man.
Yeah, man.
You're here.
Glory to Him.
Amen.
Yes.
Thank you, man. Thank you so much.
Yeah, man.
And as I told you before, Jarvis is an artist. And if you want portraits of your children, portraits of family, paintings, anything that
Interior
touches
design,
art, interior designing,
carpentry, furniture designs, and
all that. This is the guy. And as you see there, the number on the screen, and also the pages, the website, and the Facebook page where you can reach him. Please.
But the website, for the website, actually, I'm still working on it.
You're still working on the website.
But still it's out. Yeah, yeah. So
Okay.
I just want to have the whole package well organized and then put out for people to see.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, what can I say, man? I'm so grateful that we had this candid talk.
Yeah.
And I think that the men in this country, somebody can learn from this. Somebody will be touched by your story. Somebody can relate to it. And that is the whole point why we do this. That is the whole point why we sit down and pour our hearts out. That somebody gets to learn.
Yeah.
Sebo.
Sebo.
Kale.
Kale. Sebo. Simye. Neanziza asante sana. Yeah. Asante.
Thank you, my brother.
Yeah, asante,
Thank you, my brother.
asante.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Maisha Nordics, stories as we are.
Bye-bye.
Bye.